Recording cloud. Okay, awesome, you guys. I am super, super excited. It is Tuesday, March 2nd. I was like so excited because I'm like, March started on a Monday and it was March 1st and it was Monday. And I was like, so I don't know. I feel like that was the perfect day to start a new month on a Monday. I was like, this is the best. I don't know why. I just loved it so much. And then today I'm like, oh, it's the 2nd and it's Tuesday. Like, I don't know why in my head, like that just feels so great. Like Sunday is going to be the 7th. I don't know. I just really like that. But okay, I am super, super excited. I am pumped up because I think that we had an awesome, what is it? February. Drop a 1 if you feel like we had an awesome February. Or drop a number 2 if you just feel like way more inspired going into March. Because I feel like February was great, but I feel like this month starting March, I'm just super, super fired up and pumped up. And I think we killed it last month. And I think the biggest thing, I've literally like, you guys, so many people on our team have reached out to me and been like, I'm ready for this. Like, it's time to go. Like, I know that I want these promotions. Like, what do I need to do? Like, and being very, very proactive. And like, that just gets me so excited because the only way to know if someone is coachable is if they're putting in action. You know what I mean? Like, if they're not willing to put in any action or they're not taking any action, you can't really coach them. You know what I mean? Like, I can give you the things to do, but if you don't do it or apply it, it's very hard to coach someone who just sits and does nothing. Not saying that that's bad. We've all been in that place. It just means that I know who is super, super coachable, and that's where I help people and where I focus. So if you guys ever have questions for me, like, blow up my phone. Like, my phone's always available. But I don't know how I can help you if if you're not letting me know what you want, what your goals are. And if you don't have something, I see the baby looking at me. She's like, hey, is that Kiana? She's so cute. But I don't know how to help you guys if you haven't reached out to me or we haven't talked or we haven't figured out what your goals are and what you really want. So that's why I'm really, really excited because I've talked to so many people that are like, this is what I want this month. I really believe I can do it. How can I do it? And they're asking me for game plan and I'm just like fired up about it. So I'm super, super pumped. First, I wanted to do shout outs because I am literally just so proud of everybody and I love you guys all so much. Heart like this. I love you guys. But no, I'm seriously just so proud. So I haven't done like shout outs for top enrollers, but I was like, might as freaking well. Okay. So top loyal customer enrollments, Kelsey freaking killed it. Can we all get some fire in the chat for Kelsey? Like drop a fire because she signed up this month, 29 customers. I'm pretty sure I counted right. I think you had like 2 from the month before that you just started. Might be wrong. I don't know, but that's still a lot. And you guys, fire emojis for real. And you guys, she was the top one of the top loyal customer enrollers on the Elite Empire page, which is my Ambassador Diamond Upline's page and her whole team. So that's out of thousands of people. And Kelsey started like a couple days before the beginning of last month, and she's already the top LC enroller. So like, huge shout out to you because you're on fire. And then the next person for top enrollments was Sydney. Hey girl, I just saw you hop on. Way to go, queen. So she was another like top enroller on our team for loyal customer. So shout out to you. You're killing it. I also really just think that the boom contest and our chats are like on freaking fire. Like, I just feel like they get everybody fired up. And I just love how supportive like Kelsey and Sydney are. They're always hyping people up. And I feel like it really makes a big difference. So thank you guys for all that you do and just inspiring people and sharing your screenshots. That way people can like learn to see like really what's working and how simple it is. And then distributor enrollments, top enroller, Megan Cummings, yeah, girl. She was also one of the top enrollers on Elite Empire page. So like I said, our Ambassador Diamonds page out of thousands of people. So she killed it. I saw Kelsey and Megan up there and I was like, those are my girls. I was like, yeah, like this. Woo. Woo. So I was just really, really excited for you guys. I'm super, super proud of you guys. And I love you, Megan. Good job. Way to rock it and grow your team. I was next for distributors, but the other people that all tied for the last spot for top enrollers was Kelsey for distributors. Way to go. Nadia, Stephanie Keller, and then Taylor F. And I think you say her name, Taylor Forticati. I don't know. I'm not good at pronouncing names. Sorry, but just message me, girl. I'll learn how to pronounce it. But way to go, you guys, on growing your teams. I just think it's so like, I feel like sometimes people are nervous to grow your team. Or you're just nervous, like, oh, how do I do this? What should I do? What should I say? But really, I just think it comes from conversations. And I think that Megan would say the same thing. I think that Kelsey would probably say the same thing. She just got started, but all she has to do is offer it and talk about it. I know Nadia signs distributors, so you guys could probably also ask her questions or advice, because she has been consistently bringing in distributors month over month, which I'm really excited about. And then Kelsey, Stephanie Keller is awesome, and Taylor is also one of our newer distributors. And yeah, so I just think when you're excited about something, it's easier to share. Drop a 3 if you agree. Like if you're just excited and you love the products and you're just sharing what you do, like people are interested and you just talk to them. So I'm really, really proud of you guys. Next, okay, I'm almost done with announcements, kind of ish. Okay, so I just wanted to have you guys up this call, because you guys are awesome. So next, boom contest winners were Kelsey and then Stephanie Keller. So drop a 4 in the chat if you like boom contests, because I'm going to start a new one for the month. I just feel like they're so inspiring, and then helping each other and showing those screenshots. Like, I feel like it literally is like, dang, like if they could do that, and oh, that's their wording, it's that simple, anybody could do it, you know? So we're going to start a new boom contest. And Kelsey and Stephanie Keller both won that, and they both are like totally listed in Top and Roller. So you guys definitely know where to look, even just on our team, of what's working. You know what I mean? Like you just know where to look and to see what they're doing. And one really good thing too that I always recommend is if somebody's getting results, one, God is showing you that people are getting results, because it just means that you can too, right? Like drop a 5 if that makes sense. Like God shows you what is possible for you. It's not something for you to compare yourself. It's not something for you to feel like bad about yourself if you're not getting those exact results. It's literally just to show you that you can have those things as well. You know, like when I watched Carrie before I started this business, I was like, there's no way I could do that. You know what I mean? But it was God just showing me and saying like, girl, like you could literally you can do that. And I'm showing you what can be in front of you. You just have to put in the work. You know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, I'm really excited for you guys. I'm super, super proud of you. Forgot what I was saying about that point, but yeah, Jesus be showing you, you know, what you can do too. I forgot the second part. But next, I also wanted to encourage you guys, like, if you are ever in the team page, especially the people that I just listed for like top enrollers or contest winners, if you guys ever want to go live or post about what's working in the team page, or, you know, just go live and share a tip, it doesn't have to be a long video or anything like that. But if you guys ever wanted to do that, like you have full range and permission to do so. So don't ever feel like you have to like message me and be like, hey, or like, you know, you guys could just go ahead and do it, you know, because I think one, I need to go live in there more. But two, just hearing from other people is just so inspiring. Like all that you have to do with this business is just share what you do and share what you love. And when you do that and you help other people, it really helps you in your business. Like when I first got started, I would go live in Carrie's page, like literally all the time, like 24/7. I would just go live all the time. And I feel like it just really helped me gain that confidence too. So if you guys are looking for something that will like really help you gain confidence, is going live on the team page, and then also going live like on your own page or stuff like that. So yeah. Last thing, we had total, like last thing, drop a 6 if you guys are still following me, following along. Okay. So we had a total of 81 enrollments. So that's about 2.7 enrollments a day. So I just wanted to tell you guys what my goal is for this month, just as a team, because a lot of people are going for these promotions. They no longer have the Emerald bonus if you have been in the company since before January, right? So if you started, it was before the new year, the $5,000 Emerald bonus isn't there. But if you joined in January or February, you do still have those 2 calendar months to go Emerald and earn the $5,000 bonus. So that's amazing. So a lot of people are still up for the $5,000 bonus. But anyone is eligible for the diamond bonus. Okay. Like literally anybody is eligible for the diamond bonus right now. So it doesn't matter if you are a distributor right now. This is the second day of the month. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're a distributor right now. Doesn't matter if you've promoted to executive. Doesn't matter if you're a ruby. Doesn't matter if you're an emerald. If you go diamond, because it's so possible, you guys just look up how to go diamond in 30 days. Like there's so many videos on how it is so possible. People do it. People can do it. I know you guys can do it. Like I said, it's so possible. So anyone is eligible right now for that diamond $10,000 bonus. And honestly, like if you just feel a little bit like you could do it, it's worth running for. Do you know what I mean? It's so worth running for. It's so worth talking to people about. It's so worth so worth posting about. And I've posted so many times like, oh, I'm getting right now. There's not a triple bonus, so or else I would be posting every single day like I'm going for this triple bonus. You know what I mean? But if you're going for a bonus or a promotion, you can be really loud about that with your posting. You can talk to people about it. You can say like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to be able to earn a $10,000 bonus. Like, and if you don't earn the bonus, it's okay because you're working towards the bonus. You know what I mean? Like I'm not putting a seed of doubt. I'm just saying openly talk about what you're going for because it's going to be more likely to happen anyways. And anybody can get this bonus. So I want to triple enrollments. So if we do that, we would have 243 enrollments, and that would be about 8 enrollments a day. So it's the second, and we have a few enrollments so far. We got to kick it into year. But I really do think and believe that we can do it. And especially, like I said, with people going for promotions, I just know that it's so possible. And especially like these like promotions like Ruby and Emerald right now, I just know like I can feel it. Like I feel the fire. Drop a 7. Like I feel the fire. I feel pumped up. Like I know that we have the right people on this team. And I know we have people that are really serious and really excited and want to change their lives. And I just know that really anybody right now can do this. It's just going to be up to you to get the things done and ask for help so we can help you. But yeah, that's mostly everything that I wanted to talk about. And then I just wanted to talk a little bit about like what's working for the people that were top enrollers because I see that there's some new people on here and it's always good to share. And if you guys have any tips or, self-development that you're doing or anything like that you think's been helping you within the last like month or, even just a couple days, what's been helping me is vitamin D supplements. I'm serious. Also self-development and those things, but like, just like my health. And I've been really excited because I've like challenged myself this month to do my makeup 4 to 5 times a week because I want to just feel better. And I want to like actually show my face more because the people that I really love to watch on social media, they make videos. Like it's like TikTok, like they're making videos, they're talking on their stories. You actually listen, you don't skip through their stuff. So I'm like, I need to be that person that gets on and talks more. So I challenged myself to do that. And then I took before and after like a before picture. And I'm really focused on just like getting healthy and feeling my best and then kind of sharing that journey along the way because everybody wants to watch a journey, like if you have weight to lose or you want to grow your hair out or, you want better skin, it doesn't matter what the goal is, especially with our products, as long as you're sharing it, that's what people are interested in and they love seeing results. So that's what I'm excited about and what I'm working on. So if anybody wants to, if you signed a loyal customer within the last week or, because it was the end of the month, like within the last week. So if you want to share signing a customer or a distributor and kind of share how you did it, that would be great. Y'all are the best. Drop LC in the chat if you signed a customer in the last 7 days. Anybody? Okay, Kelsey, how'd you do it? You want to talk?
I figured out how to unmute it. It was taking me a minute. Well, one I just signed, she actually told me about 2 or 3 weeks ago she wasn't interested. And me staying active, posting stories, she messaged me and told me she was interested and she did want to try. And that's the big thing for me. What I've been doing is just staying active and making sure I'm posting every single day, keeping stories live, because I've gotten several people that have messaged me telling me they weren't interested and then came back and they were interested just because of me keeping my stories going. And I had one that wanted the skinny tea, and we don't have samples, but I had some on hand. And I met her, and in town, I was kind of sad because I gave her my lemon, which is my favorite, but it was worth it. And she loved it. So she's about to order too. So, yeah, just staying active, following up, keeping in touch with everybody has been my huge success.
Hey girl, I see you. I know I used to sell samples too. Like when I lived in Georgia, there was more people that I knew. So I would like give people samples all the time. And I'm like, I hated it, but I mean, I loved it. But I was just like, I love the product so much. I feel like if we kept stock, it would be different. But like when it's your own personal stats, you're like, do I have to? But then you're getting a customer, so it's all worth it. So like sell samples. I'm like, sell them, but way to go. You're on fire. Okay. So Sydney, how'd you sign your customer?
Sorry. Really just being active with it. Mostly I had a couple people that actually came to me and was like, hey, I saw this on your story, or like, hey, I saw you like drink this coffee every morning. Like, is it really worth, like all the hype and everything? And so those are like my favorite customers when they come to you about it, because then like they're super interested. And then one of the customers I signed, she's a young mom, kind of like me actually, and she's just been struggling with this baby weight for so long, and she's like, I am so tired of it. And I was like, girl, I can relate. So sorry about my dogs. But yeah, so definitely, she was really interested, and I think she went with the gummies, which I told her I had just started with those too, so I was super excited about it. But just being able to relate to them, I guess, more is how I'm getting more of my customers lately. So that's about it.
Awesome. I love that. I think like me and Megan, I think we're talking the other day. I think we were talking the other day, pretty sure. But we were just talking about like when like she relates to moms because she's a mom. You know what I mean? So like whether you're posting about it or you're just talking to me, I don't know who I think it was Megan. But we were just saying like sometimes people relate more to you based off of just those things, and that's something that you can totally post about. And then of course, when you're having personalized conversations, like just be honest and real with people. And like, I do love scripts because it makes things simple. But if you do have your own experience, like always add that in, like just be a real person and talk to people, because people want to be your friend, like they reached out to you, like for you to be yourself. You know what I mean? So I love that you're just like, girl, I feel you, that's the best way to do it. You're a queen. Good job. Proud of you. I'm like, good job. Okay. And then Megan, how did you sign your loyal customers and distributors?
Okay. So one thing that I keep thinking like over and over now that I hear like everyone talking about how they're signing customers and stuff, that someone said, I don't remember who, but someone said this before, is that facts tell, stories sell. So you can tell people a bunch of facts and stuff and they would love the information. But like Sydney said, if you're being relatable to people, like that's what's really going to sell them on something. And so like Kiana was saying too, that, so someone had reached out to me and she saw one of my story highlights, and I totally forgot I had my story highlights on Instagram, but I was just very like vulnerable and shared with people because I knew people were struggling. I was going through the transition of being a single mom. I knew that financially it was going to be hard, and taking care of a child by yourself is freaking hard. So that was one of the things. And she was very like able to relate to my story. So she had commented on my highlights. And she was like, I totally feel this. Like, I really needed to hear this. I'm glad there's something out there and people that can understand and that kind of thing. And so that's what I mean again by saying like facts tell and stories sell. Like you can tell people the facts of the business or the facts of the products, but until you have your own story about your reason why for joining, or the fact that you overcame an obstacle, or you have your own results with the products, like that's what's really going to start selling people. So I think it's always important to share that. Also with the LC, I just started sharing more of my like gummy results. I didn't say like I'm done, but I was like, here's my progress so far. Like, here's my before picture. And I added the gummies and this is how far I've come so far. So that's another thing with the customers and just posting about the gummies a ton. Like, I just realized like people want an easy way out. If they can, not saying it's like not hard work, but they want an easy way out. If they can sit there and chew gummies and just eat that like 2 a day, like that's awesome. They don't have to do anything. They just pop them in their mouth and that's all it takes. Like, it's pretty simple. And so something I didn't necessarily think about before, but I like remembered, I suppose, is on Facebook, like sharing results. A lot of the times, personally, I was sharing like through stories and on Instagram and stuff like that. But when you start making posts or just even little small things that have like the wallpapers and the backgrounds on it for Facebook, those really like accelerate in the algorithm. And so people are like, oh, if I could just take 2 to 4 gummies a day and lose weight, like it sounds so simple, but really that's what's like eye-catching to people. So really just sharing people's results on Facebook posts and just saying, hey, if you could swap your coffee and start losing weight, like, would that help you? Just something super simple. It doesn't always have to be opportunity posts or host a post or anything like that. You still can share results and products and stuff like that on your Facebook posts as well. So
yeah, and that's so true. Like those short statuses are, I mean, I think people do see the long ones too. Like I think they do that. I think they're just are like probably nervous or something and don't like it. Like that's how I was. I would read every single one and just didn't interact as much. But those short ones,
spans are just short too. If you see, I said, I think people's like attention spans are just really short too. Like you start reading something and you can't relate at the beginning, then like, why keep reading the rest of it? You know?
Yeah.
What simple sentences or a question, they're like, answer it in their head. Like, why not reply to it? You know? So
yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think all those, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure somewhere the algorithm said that those are what's like what Facebook wants you to use. You know what I mean? Like that's what it wants you to use, and those are the ones I get the most stuff on, or like little short random stuff. So like you said about products, but like also remember to put in like random interaction stuff. Like I asked something about a basketball the other day, and then I asked like some relationship question, and like those are the ones that blow up because people just want to talk about themselves or like their opinion. You know what I mean? So sometimes you can post stuff that's not business, but like if it's short, like Megan said, do both. Okay. I'm just saying, like, it's a good idea. I'm just saying for interaction and stuff. Like I noticed within the last few days, like just asking random stuff, people love that and they do want to talk. And that just shows you that you are in people's algorithm. You just need to be talking to people about the right thing. So yeah, Megan, you're on fire. Like this. Double thumbs up. Thank you. LC and DT. So you got the double thumbs. I'm funny. What the heck? Why am I so funny? Just kidding. Okay, Nadia, do you want to share how you signed your customer?
Yes. So she was actually one of my friends from work. So the whole time she was pregnant, she was like, "Ooh, I want to get with you after I have my baby and stuff." And I share on Facebook and she watches my Facebooks and stuff. And she texted me and was like, "I'm ready." So
awesome.
super easy.
I was going to say, Nadia is so good. Like, she's just so relatable and so good in person. Like when not saying like, I was just saying like when I met her, I was like, gosh, like you're so fun and just so like, you know, when you meet people and they're just like exactly what you expected, that's Nadia. Like she's just like, hey, what's up, girl? Yeah. I'm like, I love you. Like you're the best. So Nadia, how do you like, just real quick question, because I feel like a lot of people are nervous sometimes about talking to people in person and they don't really share it as much as they do like on social media. Because even though sometimes people are nervous about social media, it kind of is a barrier to like picking up the phone and calling somebody and like hearing their voice or like, you know, or hearing them actually say like, oh no, I'm okay. You know what I mean? So like what would your advice be for someone who is talking to somebody in person and talking about the products? Like, how do you do it? Or what do you say? Like, you just be yourself? How do you make it happen?
I mean, I would just say be yourself. Just say, oh my gosh, do you drink coffee? Like, I switched my coffee. Um, it really works for me. Would you like to try it? Just something like that. You just bring up coffee in your conversation and just kind of go from there. Like make it comfortable, not like salesy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like I would have never thought about that. I would have just been like, hey girl, follow me on Instagram. That's what I always say. I'm like, do you have Facebook? That's all I say because I get nervous. But I never thought about being like, hey, do you drink coffee? But like, come on, that's so simple. Nadia, you're the best thing. I feel like sometimes I get nervous too. So I'm like, ah. So I always, if I find somebody out in person that I really like, or they seem really cool or whatever, I'm like, do you have an Instagram? Let's be friends on Instagram. And then they're like, okay, then I follow them on Instagram. But that's mostly it. I get nervous. So Nadia, I need to be more like you. You're so chill. You're just like, yeah, what's up, girl? You like coffee? Oh, I love it. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Thanks for sharing, Nadia. You're awesome. Love you so much. Double thumbs up. Okay, so does anybody have any questions that they have in the chat? Or yeah, any questions, any comments, any advice, anything that was inspiring for you this week? Does anybody want to share something that was just like one positive thing that happened to them? Doesn't really matter what it is. If you want to share something, you can. It could be about your life, your business, anything. If you guys want us to send you good, thoughts and prayers, let us know. You can unmute yourself or you can put it in the chat. Doesn't matter. Anything. I'll wait a couple seconds.
Can I share something that I realized again?
Yes.
Was something that I don't know like why this escapes my brain, but if you are being dead serious about promoting and you are being dead serious about making it to your goals, you absolutely have to be consistent in this business. I feel like this business is not hard. We do very simple tasks, but doing them day in and day out, and not saying you can't have like a Sabbath for yourself or something, but you need to make a schedule for yourself of some sort, saying, okay, at this time, I'm going to sit down and do this. Even if it's 15 minutes and you have to break it apart, even if you can sit down for a whole hour, whatever it is, you have to be consistent. And I think that's something that I just really noticed with my enrollments last month is last year I was very inconsistent. Granted, I had a lot of life going on and that's totally fine. That's one of the beauties of this business. But when you sit down and you make the commitment to your dreams and to your plans and you set forth and you're consistent about it, that's when you will start seeing the results. It might not happen today. It might not happen next week, but at some point you're going to reap the harvest of all the seeds that you've been planting, and you have to be consistent. If you think about like, I saw this, I think it was a TikTok actually. It was like, if you water a plant one time, it's not going to grow. You have to keep watering it day in and day out and give it the like nutrients that it needs and everything. And so just make sure that you're being very consistent with your business. If you treat this business like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business and you're very serious and you treat it like a job per se, then it's going to pay you like one. So just make sure that if you're being very serious about things, then don't be so hard on yourself too. Like something that I found myself doing, not as much anymore, but definitely in the beginning, is just comparing myself to a lot of people and people who joined like around the same time as me. I'm promoted or something like that. And I'm like, well, why can't I do that? Why didn't I promote yet? And you can't compare your day 5 to someone's like year 3. Like, I'm sorry, you just can't. And everyone has different life obstacles. Everyone has different things going on and stressors and kids and jobs and whatever it is. You just really can't compare yourself to anyone else. So just stay focused on what you set out to do when you join this business for yourself, and stay very consistent. Whether you're doing things every single day or you can only do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever it is, like just make sure that you're being consistent with yourself. And that's definitely how I saw more enrollments through this last month for sure, is that I was just like, okay, every day I'm going to do this. And every day I might not feel like it, but I'm going to do it. So that's my little advice.
You're awesome. You know what it made me think of, you guys, which I feel like I have not talked enough about, but I was talking to somebody, I I think it was someone on our team. But I was just telling them that, like, it's one thing to be in the business and like you have this awesome start and you're like, oh my gosh, like I did so awesome and you're so excited. And then your business plans and like your vision for what you wanted your promotions don't go the way that you want, right? So like you might have started a year ago and been like, God, I thought I was going to be like diamond already. You know what I mean? Or like, dang, like I started 6 months ago and I really wanted to promote Ruby or whatever, you know, or that comparison that Megan was talking about. But I want to give you guys some motivation. This time last year, I was not even commission qualified, you guys. What? I started the business in October 2017. So 6 months in, replaced my full-time income. I had been doing it full-time, right? For a long time. I moved to Florida, almost like a year, maybe a little over last August, no, 2 Augusts ago. I don't know. And once I moved here, okay, so I had just promoted to double. I was double like for a few months. And all of a sudden, I just totally stopped working my business. So like my timeline now really changed. Like I was like, I'm going to be triple in this time. And I was not even being paid January, February, or March. And I wasn't even paid in April. Okay. I didn't even get my next paycheck until April. So May. My first paycheck again was in May. And now I'm like, oh my God, thank God I didn't actually stop. You know what I mean? Like I was still doing the things like posting, but at the time, because I wasn't working my business, I didn't have the money to get an auto shipment, which sounds so ridiculous, but I really didn't. I was literally borrowing money from my parents. I was like, what the heck am I doing? You know, we moved here and I was like, Mom, I need help. You know, the pandemic had just started. So that made everything else crazy. I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I can't even go to work. I'm like, I don't know what to do, you know? So a lot of things happened. And I just remember in March, no, I think it was maybe I did get my first paycheck again in March. Okay, so I think I started working in March because that's when Corona happened, and I started working like halfway through March, and I got commission qualified. And I remember the reason that I started working again was because I was spending so much time on my phone playing games. Okay, because I couldn't do anything, right? Like I literally couldn't do anything because it was Corona, like everything had shut down. I couldn't do anything. I was on my phone all day long playing games. Like I was downloading new random games every single day, like bubble games, Angry Birds. Like I was shooting Angry Birds. And I literally remember sitting there on my phone for like literally like weeks. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? You know, like I'm like, if I have this much time to be on my phone, I can run a business. And that's what I did. I said, if I have this much time to actually sit on my phone and do this, and I felt so terrible. And I was like, I wasn't working my business. So then I was like upset about my business. And then I was upset at me for not working my business. And it was just a cycle that went on for months. And it was something that I had to go through personally. But like a year ago, this time I wasn't even being paid. And now this time this year, and it happened really, really quick. Once I sat down and got my ass to work, things started happening so fast and I was making money again. And like, I brought in all these people into my business and I was having so much fun again. And now I'm able to just keep doing this. You know what I mean? But if I would have just sat there and said, oh, my timeline doesn't match up with what I originally thought, I'm just not going to do it at all. That would have been a disservice to all of you guys that are on here. It would have been a disservice to everybody who's going to come into our team. It would have been a disservice to like my freaking self, to my dreams, to my goals. So just remember that. Just know that we all go through things in our business. We all go through things in life, but it's just about how you keep going and just visioning like for yourself in your future, what you really, really want, and being consistent. Like Megan said, like the reason my business took off again was because I decided every single day I was going to work from 12 to 2. And then the rest of the day I could do whatever. I could respond back to people, but that was my time to work. And that focused time, just 2 hours, has framed my business. And now I have way more freedom than I did this time last year. I'm not stressed. I'm not freaking pressed. I'm just working my business. And now I see how important it is to help people do this because it's changed my life. You know what I mean? But I had to go through that season. So it is what it is. Jesus took me through it. It was awful. I don't recommend. I rate it a 0 out of 10. please don't do it. By all means, keep working your business and like be commission qualified. But if anything ever did happen, I'm here for you because I've been there, but just know like picking yourself back up and make like having those goals again and being okay with the timeline not being exactly what is in your head and just knowing that like God has a plan for you is really, really where it's at. So 10 out of 10 recommend that, not the other part. Okay. So I love you guys all so much. I thought I would share that. I feel like I haven't talked about that enough, but it was like really eye-opening this month to start this month and be like, dang, a year ago Corona happened and a year ago I wasn't even being paid. Like that's insane, right? So here we are now and I'm super, super proud of you guys and I'm proud of me. So it is what it is, you know? Yeah. Your girl Kiki. Yeah, anybody else have things? Different teammates will come in different seasons of your business. That's so true. Yeah. A lot of people left after I went double. I said, oh my God, it's fine. Probably because I wasn't working. That's probably why I stopped. I don't know why I did. I was making lots of money. It's fine. But I love you guys all so much. Thanks for being on. If you guys ever think of anything, you want to go live in the team page, please do so. Anything that you ever have advice, like, you know, if you have advice that you want the team to know, or you think something's working really well for you, share it. You can always go live in the team page. You can always message me, ask me questions. If you have somebody on your team and you're not sure about training, let me know. I can help with training. I can help do all the things. Okay. So just make sure you're reaching out to me and you're blowing my phone up. And if you have questions or you have somewhere that you really want to go and you want to be mentored to a promotion, please let me know and let's get you there. And then I'm so proud of all you guys again for your top enrollments and our Boom contest winners. And I can't wait for this month. So we are going to triple our enrollments, right? Yes. Okay. So anyways, I love you guys and I'm going to stop the recording and then we can do a boomerang. Okay. So don't hop off yet. Love you guys.